Hello and welcome to my awesome health journey. Look at this shirt I'm wearing. This is a celebration shirt. This is a shirt that not too long ago was too small, and it fits rather comfortably. Plus, it makes me feel like with a beard, make me feel manly, like a lumberjack, like should be out chopping woods, doing manly things like drinking whiskey and treating my woman right and being a good father, because nothing is more manly than being a good husband and father. Anyway, this week has been really good for me. I honestly think that 2 weeks off was very helpful for my ankle healing, as before that 2 weeks, my ankle was hurting and I bought that super good brace that made it so it didn't move. But this week I haven't been using that. I've been using my other brace, which is more of a compression brace, which I use mostly for support. And this week I went to the floor a couple times, which is super cool. I've been using the TRX, the thing on the wall, to help me get up and down. I can get up and down without it, but it just helps my mind a lot. I don't like the idea of being stuck on the floor. And another thing I talked about before is, really encouraging other people, telling people a good job and how that's working. And this week, I just noticed that even more. Sometimes people start seeking me out to tell me that a good job and get that fist bump, which is super fun because that helps make it more fun, helps me want to go more. And yeah, and plus it encourages them as well. So it's a win-win. I heard, make someone else feel good for showing up, and then they make me feel good for showing up. So that's awesome. And yeah, this week was really good. We did Catch Me If You Can at Orange Theory. And it was a good workout. I was 0.15 above my last PR, which is a pretty good improvement. 0.02 away from the next Catch Me. So hopefully next time I'll be able to get it. Maybe I'll do 3.5 miles per hour for 16 minutes at 0.5% incline, which at this point might be hard. I don't know. I've been really good at pushing at 3.3 lately. Today's workout, I was at 3.3 for the 14 minutes at the, I did 3.3 yesterday at the Catch Me If You Can the entire time for 14 solid minutes at 5%, which is really good for me. And today I did the same, but with some a little bit up and downs, not as much, but also at the end, I did 3.4 for like the final 2 minutes. So I'm thinking of next month shooting up the 3.4. And still, because my highs are better, I still sometimes, especially on the 2G workouts, when I was like 26 to 28 minutes on the tread, about 20 minutes in, I need to get down to 2% to get my heart rate back down after pushing at 3.3. But I'm thinking that if I'm going to keep on going down like that, but I'm able to do 3.4 for like 3 minutes, might as well just be at 3.4 and go down to 2 and just push that way. I mean, it's only a 0.1, right? So it's not that big a difference, even though it feels that difference. Like the difference between 3.4 and 3.5 feel really big to me. But it feels really good. Also, one thing I always wonder about is the calorie count, how accurate that is. I know I always read that it's not accurate, because if it was, like today's workout said I burned 986 calories, and before I went there, I ate 450 calories about. So I'd be like starting my day at negative 500 calories. I don't know how accurate that is. But I do know before I was on GLP-1s, I was super hungry after every workout. One of the things those GLP-1s do really help is allow me to feel normal hunger after workout. So I'm very thankful for that side effect of those medications. But overall, it's just really interesting to think about how that works. Every time I do it, I always subtract 300 calories, because that's how much I need just lying around doing nothing, around 300 with my size. Oh, speaking of size, more and more people are mentioning to me how they're noticing a weight loss. So that's always super fun. Well, before I used to hate that because I was so self-conscious about my weight and especially my progress. And I remember when I dropped 60 pounds in 4 months doing butter coffee. Towards the end, when I was getting down to 340, 330, when people told me how they could really tell, I felt bad. And I honestly think part of it is because I knew the way I was doing it wasn't healthy. And I would kind of feel guilty and bad about it. And I wasn't getting my mind right and becoming healthy with food. And this time I've been really working on like self-regulation and getting my emotions so that I make better decisions on how I deal with my emotions, how I process things, so I don't go to food, so I don't go to spending money, so I don't go into making just bad decisions. And in fact, that's been so slow and just deliberate and consistent. Honestly, I've been wanting to see more progress, so people telling me they see progress does make me feel better. I mean, I know I have a long way to go. I mean, putting this online, I'm probably there's not a 0% chance that I'm getting in the comment where you haven't got far enough, fat boy. But again, people are just mean. At the same time, though, it doesn't matter. I just put this out there because, like, maybe I inspire one person to work out and move, because I think just the most important thing is just to move. If I made a book about weight and health, I'd be just move, damn it. Just move, because it doesn't matter. I mean, one of my last posts, my long Orange Theory post, someone wrote, like, Orange Theory is a scam, get a nutritionist and a personal trainer. Well, I do have a nutritionist, but like a personal trainer is way more money than Orange Theory. And to be honest, Orange Theory works for me. In fact, I would say a personal trainer wouldn't work for me as much. Because, yeah, the one-on-one thing would be cool, but the thing I like about Orange Theory is that it's like a team kind of environment, everyone working together. In fact, that's the thing I loved most about CrossFit when I did CrossFit. CrossFit, I think, did a better job at the team idea, but the classes are generally small, compact, and it's generally the same people at the same time, so you can really build that team. And that's one thing I miss from high school mostly about team sports. I love that team aspect of it, and just seeing the same people and getting cheered on in that teamwork setting of Orange Theory. And to be honest, I don't think any movement is really a scam. Maybe those vibration plates, but anything that gets your heart pumping and you're breathing a little harder. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's those silly cloud boot things. I don't care if it's that thing that you see that's like a bungee cord and people jump up and down. If it's fun and you can do it and it's within your budget and it gets you to freaking move, that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter what makes you move. Sure, if I worked with a personal trainer and spent like $1,000 to get like a bunch of Rocky 4 whatever the guy's name, Ivan Drago equipment on me where they get my VO2 scores and I can get optimum efficient in my workouts and put on the optimum amount of muscle. But number one, I don't have the money, and number two, that might not be the thing that gets me to move. What matters is I move. What matters is Orange Theory was a thing that I found where I can be consistent. And that's all it is. I don't care. I tell people Orange Theory, it works for me, and I will recommend Orange Theory, but I won't say you have to do Orange Theory. I just say you have to move, whatever it freaking is. I'll never forget the story of Richard Simmons, that really overweight lady who watches videos and all she could do was clap. And that was her start of her weight loss journey, her health journey, because that was all she needed. And she was able to, that's where she started. Because that's all that matters, is that you move and your heart rate goes up and you breathe harder and you continue to improve. And that's all that matters. And yeah, that's my little rant. And I hope you enjoyed it. Anyways, I'm running out of time. I love you for who you are. Thank you for all your support. And as always, you are worthy.